Mr. Nader.
Hey, how are you?
Well, just wanted to ask, looking at expectations for this team, what should they be considering the core that played in the playoffs is pretty much back, other than Torrey, and you guys are going to Torrey, you did to the finals. Should the expectation be back to them?
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, I think why not? Like people didn't expect us to do it last season. We kind of put that on ourselves, we put it on our own shoulders. I think now we're definitely gonna have a bigger target on our backs with every matchup, but we have a great group of guys that can execute and focus. So I'm not too worried about it.
Quick follow, I'm just confirming, you're fully vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Bill, I'm Prof. Spanish, Sons Radio. We know last year you were gone for a couple games, but when you came off the bench, you just brought that energy that like changed the rhythm of the game. But this season, there's more players like that. So how does that make you feel that if one day you're out, you're gonna be another player that brings that type of energy to the team?
I think it's huge, I think the more guys you could have on the floor with high energy, better you are going to be defensively and offensively, better cutting, better ball movement, more guys playing hard on the defensive end. We got plenty of long athletes, so it's going to be interesting.
And quick follow-up, in this offseason, we know like you were still trying to see how your injury was looking like. You say 100% healthy at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you work on to be at the next level this season?
As far as like my health or my game. For me, I attack every offseason very similarly. I try to look at my weaknesses. One of the reasons why I got hurt, I think, was a little bit of my deceleration, and just really working on that, strengthening aspect of it. My skill set on the court is pretty defined in the sense where I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I could do a lot of things, from shooting the ball, from playing on the floor, to making decisions. So that kind of takes care of itself just from playing.
I'm sorry, Greg Moore, Arizona Republic. Good to meet you.
Too.
Welcome back. Deceleration, is that
Stop.
what muscles do you have to work? I'm trying to imagine what muscular imbalances you might have, and then how do you overcome them?
Well, every muscle accelerates and decelerates.
Right.
So it's more or less just a total functioning thing, whereas as opposed to isolating a certain area.
So you're working more all like everything's all together.
Make everything work together, essentially.
That's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm more radical than we are.
It's all good. Trust me, I had to learn. I didn't know, man. Once you get hurt, you kind of got to figure it out. I got you. Just come back after this.
Abdel Nader, Sports. Welcome back, man. The first thing I just want to ask you is in terms of just coming back here and how you approach the free agent process. I think Frank described it as in the last 2 years of like, this is where he wanted to be. Was that the same mentality for you? I think so. I think for me, just it was funky because of my injury, and I came back and played briefly in the Western Conference Finals and Finals. So I didn't really know what was gonna happen. I was just letting that stuff sort itself out. And once Phoenix reached out, like I think the first day or two in free agency, we was trying to find a way to make it work. You mentioned it there. I know you didn't play that much, but Mikal mentioned preparation in terms of the playoffs and how much you learned from that. Can you look at it like those 2 months in the playoffs and just how much you learned there? You can now use it going forward.
Oh yes, I think it's huge.
Like you guys as a team improve.
Yeah, I think it's really huge. I think even for me personally, just I know I missed a bunch of it, but just the brief miss I did play, and just watching, I learned so much just about the game in general, and the level you need to play at when you're at the playoffs, and the things you got to do and the way you got to execute, essentially.
Aside from your injury, what's been the toughest thing you've had to overcome, either in life or in basketball?
In basketball, for sure, it's just the constant ups and downs. It's kind of like a life teacher. I always tell people, like, if you can stay level throughout the season, you can stay level throughout your life. Because there's going to be great days, there's going to be some bad days, and this is how life is as well. And it's all about how you choose to perceive that. If you choose to perceive it as a bad day, it truly is a bad day. But if you look at it as a learning opportunity, an opportunity for growth, just like if you miss a shot, you make a mistake on the defensive end, whatever it is, they're all opportunities.
Controversy, Spanish, songs of Spanish radio. Abdel, you came back from the injury and you were playing right away. How do you feel about the confidence that Monty has in you this season?
I feel, I didn't know he was gonna do that. And I mean, it's just blessed, to have a coach. I don't think I've had a coach in the NBA who had trust in me like that, where I could be out for 5 months or 4 months, whatever it was, and he just threw me right back in the Western Conference Finals. I thought that was huge, that he trusted me at that level, And for me going forward, it kind of helps my confidence now that I'm actually 100% healthy and coming into training camp, and it just helps my confidence to excel a little bit more.